Hood Gamer Djinn Candor. Doing a walkabout heading home from my daily grind. Yes, folks, it's a grind and it's turning me into hamburger. Anyway, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, and comment down below. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Please do me a favor. If you love the video or even like it or even remotely enjoy it, hit that little like and subscribe buttons. Definitely helps the channel. Thank you very much. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about something interesting. Be the best thing. I had this thought while I was playing Gundam, and honestly, it's a good idea. Why don't we have our world leaders have representatives, and this would actually benefit us in a lot of ways. Think about it this way: we invest in a game, guys. And yes, folks, this is a game theory. Think of this as game theory. So think about it this way: if we put ourselves into a situation where we create a game where it's played worldwide, guys, worldwide, the best of the best playing this game. It doesn't really matter. And representatives. And no, I do not mean the Olympics, because we all know that is not the game that people are playing just to avoid war. They say it's because it's good for, camaraderie. It is good for, well, guys, it hasn't done anything to eliminate war, guys. It really hasn't. So don't even start that. People say, well, it has. No, it has not. So don't even bullshit me. It has nothing. If anything, people are betting on shit. That is promoting gambling. Don't get me wrong. Gambling's okay as long as you don't turn yourself into a fucking hobo by gambling. That's not cool. Anyway, so what I'm asking is, guys, we should create a game that is played worldwide. And as I was playing Gundam, I was thinking to myself, well, why don't we turn it into Gundam? Kind of like G Gundam. If you guys don't know the premise of G Gundam, Mobile Suit G Gundam is a series in the Gundam universe. And basically, it is every election day. Literally, it's just like every 4 years. Every 4 years, there is a Gundam fight, guys. There's a Gundam fight. So basically, think about it as like an election here in the United States. Hey, how's it going? Thank you very much for checking my videos. I don't know, you guys are laughing. But think about it this way. Every single one of us of the United States of water, it's our alternative to war. We basically put up our best warriors, our best fighters, or whatever. And we go to proverbial war. All our warriors go into a giant tournament and beat the shit clean off of each other. And whoever wins, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm not saying the worldwide thing. I'm talking about, and mind you, this is the universe where the politics of the world trumps the individual country's politics, which is bullshit, because there are points in the series where that individual country's politics are bullshit, but apparently they're more into the world politics, and it's crazy. It is insane. So I'm laughing my ass off, going, damn, if we influence this, if we put this in real life, can you imagine the RMD of the United States? Oh my fucking gods. And by the way, yes, the United States was in the series. Every country was represented by a Gundam. Imagine the Gundam from every country. Yes, folks, I'm laughing my ass off, going, oh my gods. I just saw mind you, obviously the hero of the whole series was Japan. Where does this show come from? You fucking guessed it, Japan. Don't get me wrong, their Gundam was kind of sick, man. It is fucking ridiculously sick. But Dude, are you kidding me? I loved how we of the United States were represented. So we got represented by a guy named Chippity Crockett. Chippity Crockett. I'm not bullshitting. That is his name. Jiminy Crockett, he was basically a boxer. He was the best of the best. He was a slum kid, folks. He was living in a world where it was very obvious that there was kids in the colonies where they're in space, and the kids here on Earth, which, by the way, Earth was a fucking disaster zone. It was the slums. If the slums have slums, guys, it was just that bad here on Earth. And I'm laughing my ass off going, we're not too far from that right now. We're getting to that point. We're getting to that point where our elites are going to go into space and leave the rest of us here in literal bullshit. Like, they're going to fuck us over just because. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm fucking wrong. By the way, like, subscribe, comment down below. Hit the little bell icon when I'm telling you. And hit that little, thumbs up if you guys agree what I'm talking about. Because, again, and like I said, the main characters, they're awesome. I love them. Some of the characters that you might, some countries, your favorite country had a Gundam. Mind you, if you look them up, look up individual countries' Gundams. Some of them were actually really cool. I loved them. One of my favorite ones that wasn't... there was one for my native country, my mom's native country, Mexico. I'm not bullshitting. It was called the Tequila Gundam. I'm not bullshitting. I was laughing my ass off going, I gotta see this shit. It looked like a damn cactus. I was on the floor dying. I was like, this... And then one of his primary weapons was a blaster that was in its hat, like a missile launcher. And it looked like a Desperado. I'm like, oh, well, okay, that tracks. That actually tracks. Mind you, a lot of the TV show had some interesting concepts where if you go around the world, and during this time, the countries themselves had the little stripes, guys. I am not saying every single one of them thought towards, their own colony and everything. No, there were actual points in the series where individual countries were thinking of themselves above thinking of, their fighter and or their countrymen. Some of them didn't give two shits anymore. They just wanted to control something, And that's bullshit, guys. When politics really F up a whole good system. I mean, one example, main character is having to deal with one of his friends. Mind you, he becomes friends later, in France, right? He was in France. The French government, guys, did not want to fight because they were afraid. They were chicken shit, guys. They were chicken shit. They were, mind you, French, don't get me wrong, French, he was very valuable. And as a fighter, I had faith in him, right? I had faith in him because he had what was called basically the honor of a warrior, a knight. He was a very honorable man. Like, he did a lot of things that I felt like was a little over the top, but he did it because he had his own conviction, and it didn't hurt nobody. Mind you, he had pride, obviously. I felt like a lot of that, what he was talking about, a lot of it was pride, not actual honor. But the honorable thing he did was, someone asked him sincerely, the main character, Domon, his name is Domon. I'm like, I want you to fight me, and mind you, this is the entire first part of the series where he's talking to some of these characters, and at first they're like, nah, I don't want to fight you. There's no reason to fight you. And I'm like, the fuck? It's like, then why are we doing this tournament? What the hell? Like, you guys are pathetic, man. Mind you, remember I was talking about our Jiminy Crockett. Jiminy Crockett, at first, he was way too arrogant. He thought he was untouchable, guys. This motherfucker, he was cocky as a motherfucker. Like, at first, you just didn't like him. For two reasons. One, again, he was very cocky. He knew he could deck somebody left, right, and center. He knew he could handle himself. but he was cocky about it. It took Domon one good slug to fucking knock his ass down, along with his pride. I felt like he needed that. He fucking needed it. He needed that sock in the nose to understand that, hey, you're not untouchable, motherfucker. You're not untouchable. And he did it, and he made his point. And at one point, like I said, at a certain point, he made friends with all his rivals. Mind you, I think it was 5. It was so I'm gonna name as much as I can if I remember. So Jiminy Crockett from America, Neo America, and then there's John from France, and then there was Sai Shi from China, and then Argo Golsky from Russia. Mind you, these are the ones I can remember off the top of my head. I don't remember. I think there was another one. I'm either that or I'm including Domon in this. No, Domon, and mind you, Domon was from Neo Japan. He was the protagonist of the whole series. And again, the entire series is basically him traveling around the world to fight Gundams for this tournament. This tournament was basically to make one country basically the ruler for 4 years straight. Basically, it was a presidency, but with extra steps. And I'm gonna be honest, guys, I felt like we needed to do that here in the United States, but not with real Gundams. Hell no. No R&D budget would condone this. Let alone, can you imagine the field they would have to have a being a fucking Gundam the size of a fucking building? There's no way, especially with all the weapons or whatever. No R&D would do that, especially so close to people. So what would happen is if you put like some kind of VR and you're a Gundam, and the VR would be perfect, absolutely perfect, flawless. You are literally in a Gundam, and everybody sees that giant Gundam in VR, like some kind of and the two fighters duke it out, guys, duke it out. Can you imagine the kind of revenue that would put in? It would actually fill up half United States coffers. If anything, the world's coffers, because if we did this and we basically based our decisions based on who won certain battles, guys, who fucking needs who needs democracy when we got these kind of battles to look forward to? No, I'm not saying distract people. No, because the United States would actually do it. They would use these battles to distract from issues. No, use the battles to make fucking decisions within reason, of course, because they will actually try to use this as a distraction. Again, there would be precedents to, hey, there would not. I'm not saying we would do it every other time. No, we would do it like an election, like the elections time. We would do it in the time where all the building and all the prep work would be around the time where people use to basically promote their agendas and whatever. Use that energy to put into these Gundams or this game or whatever. The point is, if you do that, we would get more faith in our government, because our government actually thinks about how we feel about certain situations. Guys, are you kidding me? And on top of the fact that who would fight these battles? Guys, there would be tournaments just to get picked for the... Do you have any idea what kind of tournament that would be? How many gamers and or pilots would actually be able to get into this battles? Guys, gaming would be up 1,000%. People would be buying more shit. That would help the government. That would help the economy. Okay, guys and gals, it would help in so many decisions. On top of the fact that, imagine that technology that could be used aside from these battles. We can use that technology for other things. We could use it for, space exploration modeling. We can do it for modeling for uh, medical modeling. You can make models out of certain medical equipment, and you can actually make it, guys. It would improve medical potentially. Mind you, yes, you can also potentially use it for the government as, war, but this is why I'm mentioning it. I would ban this technology for war. I would never allow this kind of technology for war if it was me. If the government ever had the idea of using war as a pretense for this kind of battle, yeah, I mean, you could, but here's the difference. No actual lives would be lost. No innocent people would lose their lives, their homes, be irradiated, turned into a nuclear bomb site just because some schnook think, well, I'm going to cut another atom. Boom. Yeah. Who wants another fucking Hiroshima, ladies and gentlemen? No one. At least with these games, we can potentially cut down on lost life. We can make it, very realistic, easily. We have the technology. We have the ability to do so. The difference is we're not willing to put ourselves into that situation because we are so addicted to bloodshed. And it kind of makes me sick to my stomach that we as humans have evolved to the point where cutting each other and blowing each other up is practically our thing. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a fucking reason why there's holes in the ozone layer. Because we put them there, guys. We put them there. By exploding nuclear reactions, guys. We put the ozone layer in jeopardy because of our folly, our pride, our inability to knock that shit off. So, case in point, we can make peace, we can make fun, we can make love, but for the gods on high, please never make love, never make war. Because, guys, the world does not deserve another war. Doesn't need one. What we need is a way to end war. And no, I don't mean a World War III. We've already had a World War II. We don't need that. There's a reason why we've been preventing World War II for almost 100 years. Because look what happened last time. All I'm saying is, this is my thought process of how to end that threat. Is turn it into a game. Virtual, mind you. Turn it into a virtual game. That way, not only are we saving ourselves, but we can turn it into many, many things that would help us along the way. Eventually, we could turn it into things that we can, we can profit off of it as long as we do it for the people, not ourselves. There's a difference, guys. Any of you politicians are listening to this, listen to your people. Listen to your constituents. Think of them other than yourself. Because that's who put you in there. Not you, not your money. Where the fuck do you think you got your money? Us. It's time for all of us to tell you guys to come back. Come back to the reality of who put you in power. Anyway, thank you for listening to this. I know it was me basically spouting out my ideals. I apologize. I hope you guys enjoy the next video because I'm going to be doing another video pretty soon. Check it out. I'll see you guys in the next. Take care.